everyone wants to be rich now, but nobody really knows what rich means. But if you make 100K, are you rich? We probably all know that's not the case. What about 200K? Are you rich if you make 200K? Nobody knows. Like, because depending on where you live, that could easily mean you're doing fantastic or you're you're barely surviving. So in this video, I want to break down what actually counts as lower class, middle class, upper middle class, and upper class in America today, and where do people stand? Where do you stand? Where do you think you stand? Let me know in the comments. So some of these numbers surprise me. So let's first off, income and net worth are completely different things, by the way. So because somebody making 300K a year can still be completely broke. So this is just income related. So let's dive into it. Well, actually, comparing it to the 300K broke or whatever, somebody that's retired, paid off home, 70K a year making from their investments or whatever, they're living fantastic compared to that 300K broke person. So let's let us start with lower income. Okay, let's start that. Let's lower class income households. They're probably somewhere around 40 to 50K max in America today, especially because it becomes pretty hard financial. Everything's expensive, even 60K in some areas, but I would say like that's lower class as well. So like rent is expensive, groceries are expensive, insurance is expensive, everything is expensive. Okay, you start complaining about the $2 or like 20 cents more for eggs or whatever. And depending on the city, like I said, 60, maybe 65, you could still feel tight. So obviously there are exceptions. If you live in a low cost area with no debt, maybe you're okay. But there's exceptions in every class. So in most major cities, under 50K household is probably puts you there, financially struggling, maybe getting some help from the government. Then we get into what most people call middle class. Okay, and this is probably somewhere around like 70 to 150 household income. It's a big spread. Probably most people are here, and this is what probably what most Americans think they are. At the end, I'll like kind of tell you and give my opinion with all this and the numbers and everything, because I don't think it's as simple as just a number thing. But wait till the end. I'll give you my opinion. So in this, you can probably afford like a nice little apartment or a house, a reliable car, maybe vacation once or twice a year, some retirement contributions, normal life stuff. Okay, this is also a tricky. Middle class is kind of tricky because lifestyle inflation kind of destroys people here. You're comparing yourself to Susan and the Joneses, and there's some studies that have shown that like somebody making 80 or 180, that's 100K difference, they feel almost the same financially, and this is because the couple making 180 or the person making 180 or whatever household, they have a bigger house, nicer car, maybe private school, eating out more scripts, more payments, more everything. So, and suddenly you feel the same way as the 80K person, just with a bigger lifestyle. So that's that. And let's go to upper middle class now. So this is where things start changing a little bit. This is probably 150 to like maybe 300K, I would say. Depending on where you live, of course, but at this level, you can invest a little bit more aggressively. You can travel more, maybe buy nicer homes, max retirement accounts, probably if you're a W-2 person. If you're an entrepreneur, you still have the retirement accounts, it's just not as I guess they're different. I'm not a financial advisor or financial planner or anything, so I don't know them on top of my head, like with the 401ks and all that crap. I think it's all a scam, but anyways, not financial advice. And honestly, this is probably where most people think that upper class is, but it's not really upper class. It's upper middle class. Okay. True upper class. It's just a completely different level. That's 300 plus, 400 plus. Your money is just working for you a lot more. I mean, you still have the broke people making 400K and being broke. But probably if you got there at some point, even if you go from paycheck to paycheck or broke, you can kind of switch and be like, okay, let me allocate more here or whatever, and like you can start making more money. It's probably easier to change when you're there than when you're like making 50 and like you have in your mindset you can make more. This is where you see like surgeons, maybe lawyers, maybe dentists that own the practice or something, making 400 plus. Okay, but don't get it confused. Like this is their upper class, but somebody making way less with like potentially multiple rentals, investments, some businesses, and no debt. They probably are significantly wealthier than that person making 400K with the $1.5 million house and the crazy BMW. And so just this is purely like more income than just wealth. Now, statistically, to be in the top 10% of household income in America, you roughly need to be somewhere around 250K. Let me know if that's you. Probably not. Actually, yeah, maybe if household 250. There's probably a few of you. Let me know if that's you, and what you're doing differently, and like where you are net worth as well. Because like, you know, I'd love to know where people are, but statistics show that even people making 250 are not doing extremely like it's not like a fantastic billionaire status, or like, well, not billionaire, but you could be a multimillionaire, but most people just inflate their lifestyle. But anyways, let's see here. A family making 250. That's an example that I wanted to say. A family making 250 in California with 2 luxury cars, daycare, giant mortgage, compared to somebody that's in North Carolina, for example, here. North Carolina, that's where I'm from, Raleigh, North Carolina. By the way, I'm an agent. So if you're here, I can buy or sell a home. I'm a realtor. And if you're looking to buy or sell anywhere else in the United States, I can point you in the right direction, refer you to a great agent. And you don't have to do the legwork of like figuring out who's good, who's not, who's going to screw me over, who's not. If you have a friend or family, though, of whoever you're doing, ask them for advice or for a referral if they've already done a transaction with them. If not, hit me up, add me on Instagram, say hi, and I'll connect you. So again, somebody living in North Carolina, paid off house, maybe a few rentals or a business. They're building wealth way faster. And be careful with social media. It's completely destroyed people's understanding of money. And I think people know that, but somehow people know that internally, but somehow they still see the Lambo and like, that guy's rich as hell. Probably not. A book that everybody should read, Psychology of Money. Private jets, Lamborghinis, Rolexes, luxury vacations every month. Like, people think it's normal on social media, but in reality, most Americans they don't even have 6 figures invested. So, and Psychology of Money, like I was saying, they have a line. This line is awesome by Morgan Housel that wealth is what you don't see. So I always put on my Instagrams like, unfortunately, wealth is what you don't see. Meaning, you can't, like, if you have a Rolex, that's like what, 10 G's? That's wealth that you don't have. I mean, you have the Rolex, you can sell it, but like you don't have it compounding. You know what I mean? Now, it's different for like things that you can resell or like that keep their value. That's when like you have so much money that you don't even know what to do with it. But like for most people, buying these things or these expensive clothes or whatever is just detrimental. I probably wouldn't do it. So real wealth is quiet, paid off assets, investments, cash flow, freedom, like being able to pick up your kid at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., being able to not panic when you lose your job. My wife just got laid off. Like, she's looking for the right job. I'm like, dude, we got to get going or whatever. But it's not like we're like not paying the mortgage or the bills because she doesn't have the job. So like she's looking for the right opportunity to come by. I think that is wealth. Like just having the peace of mind. You're not always, I mean, if you had like 10 mil liquid, like sure, you don't have to do anything. But like if you just have a little bit of peace of mind, I think that that's more wealth than just making more. in being paycheck to paycheck regardless. So, um, so, so personally, this is what I wanted to say. I think upper class today is less about a specific salary. It's about, it's more about like low stress, high flexibility, strong investments, and having money working more than you are. Um, because somebody making 120 with no debt and $1 million net worth with some rentals or whatever, compared to somebody making 500K with massive payments, I would rather be the 120, to be honest. And don't fall into that trap. The higher the income goes, usually the more money people spend. So instead of buying freedom, they buy liabilities. And I'm just curious what you guys think. So, what do you think counts as upper class today? Let me know in the comments. And if you like videos like this, where um, I research the whatever income classes, or I talk about just spending less and investing the rest, talk about house hacking. If you like these videos, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Yes, next week, Tuesday. Bye.